So I had to learn to get the courage to just go, nah, I'm not doing that. Which is why I feel the freedom today. I don't give two craps what people feel about this bald head of mine, because guess what?
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Do that in this world, man. You can't do that in this world, man. Arsenio, they got rules. They got rules. Like, he has a rule. The bass player, he got a rule. He got to wax his head every morning. That's a rule. He follows the rules, man. He follows the rules. Oh, these are jokes. Come on.
Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
All right, folks, look, it is Friday, and this has not gone away yet. It seems like every day another piece to the, I'm not even going to say investigation, but Slapgate is coming out. And yeah, this slap thing is not, I don't know. Personally, I'm kind of meh with it. But at the same time, people have been telling me, yo, why don't you talk about it more? I mean, it's a hot topic. It'll get views. You're not wrong. But the thing was, you know what? I did a live stream. I did a full video talking about it. You know, I made the little clip of Chris getting slapped saying this is how Zach is going to approach Hayden the next time messing with Fatima. And I've been keeping up with it because, to be completely honest, kind of like the Kanye, Kim, and Pete Davidson thing, you know, a couple weeks ago, you couldn't avoid it because it was everywhere. And the same thing applies here. I mean, there's been, TikTok video showcasing a different angle, basically right behind, you know, where Will and Jada were sitting at. First of all, I knew they were, you know, on the floor, like the first level near the stage, but I didn't know it was that close because Will took like 3 steps. Then he got to the steps and then he got on stage. But, you know, Jada was laughing after Chris was like, Will Smith just slapped up out of me. So there's that. And, you know, Will posted, look, I can't judge a person because I can't really say whether or not a person is sincere in their apology. But at the same time, we all knew Will was going to make the obligatory standard social media post pretty much, apologizing, or, you know, I don't even know if I should call it an apology because it just seems so generic. I feel like for me, and I mentioned this, I forgot where, I think I maybe said it in the comment section of another video on like Comedy Hype about the whole apologizing in public versus one-on-one. I know it would be more meaningful if, let's say, Will contacted Chris over the phone or, you know, FaceTime, Zoom, whatever the situation is, and they just talked and he apologized. And if that's the case, you know, that would be great. But I do feel like, you know, you humiliated this man in public, so a public apology would be better because you literally slapped him on an international televised event. And a generic social media post means nothing that your publicist probably wrote up. But then Jada went on to say, this is a season of healing and I'm here for it. I'm just like, I don't know. There are just so many different angles to this. I just stand on what I've said on Monday. You can't just slap somebody because they said something you didn't like, you know, especially on national TV like that. Because of the fact that there's been yet so many different videos that have been revealed because the internet has receipts. I gotta say, I think I posted this recently. It's like, it's funny because any celebrity that has come forward to say what they thought of the incident, they have, for the most part, they've gotten checked and or dragged by Twitter. Because what? Twitter was handing out CVS linked receipts to everybody who spoke on Slapgate. Zoe Kravitz, Jim Carrey. I think Jim Carrey said the best thing about it when it came to his thoughts and opinions on the event. But then Twitter pretty much showcased like he tried to tongue kiss Will at an award ceremony. He had to shove him off of him. And then another incident where he was like 45 years old and he like forcibly kissed Jenny McCarthy or whoever it was. And, you know, she shoved him off. But despite the fact that the hypocritical, you know, like, oh, I would sue and everything. Well, did Will sue you, Jim? He did really break it down well about how Will got a standing O during his, you know, his acceptance speech and everything. And then Wanda Sykes, you know, pretty much said it where she was shocked that he was even allowed to stay. Now, there have been reports that stated, yeah, you know, the Academy asked Will to leave and he didn't go anywhere. I was going to do a video on that, but I'm like, I'll just wait to see what else happens. Then yesterday it was revealed that, oh no, they did not ask him to leave, because Will Packer actually did an interview on Good Morning America or something, basically saying that the LAPD contacted them, basically saying, hey, we are ready to apprehend, arrest, whatever it is Chris Rock wants, we are ready to do it. And Chris said, no, he just wanted to like let it go. Look, I'm fine. Just, no, I don't want to, you know, have Will arrested or anything. So it's very interesting to me because Will Smith not only owes Chris Rock an apology, but he also ought to say thank you, because he literally had, I mean, I know this might not be the most, you know, tasteful analogy considering that Will slapped the taste out of Chris's mouth, but you would think that he slapped the taste out of Chris's mouth in order to appease his wife, who has Will Smith's balls in her hands. But then Will put himself in a position where he assaulted Chris Rock on live television. And when you think about it, Chris was the one holding Will's purse, if you will. Because what did Captain Cryer always say to Candace and the haves and the have-nots? You know what? I hold his purse in one hand, his balls in another. So you could say that, oh yeah, Jada has Will's balls, but guess what? He put Chris in a position where he was holding Will's purse, because he could have sued him for millions of dollars. He could have got him arrested, but Chris is like, nope, I'm fine. Let's drop it. So when you think about it, Will owes him an apology and a thank you. But to nobody's surprise, it's been announced that Will and Jada, or should I say Will specifically, is coming to Jada's show, The Red Table, to address slapping Chris Rock. And I know it's going to be a hot mess. I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to do a video on it. I just think that it's just a publicity stunt to get views for Jada's show, just like the whole entanglement thing was. Because I honestly do not know what Will can say to, I guess you could say, pacify the situation. What's done is done. And, you know, there's a lot of talks. I think yesterday there was an announcement that the Academy is going to take a vote in like 15 days to determine what to do about the Smith situation. If he's going to be banned from all further, you know, events and whatnot. Now, I don't know if that means he's no longer going to be nominated or anything along those lines, where he can be nominated for an award, but he can't attend it. Even if he wins, he can't attend it. I don't know what that entails, but Will has like 15 days to make a statement. I think on the news yesterday, he apparently had a meeting with the Academy recently. But, you know, I don't know all the behind the scenes stuff. I pretty much play it all by ear. I'm looking at the big things. Like, I still want to know what happened between the time that Jada rolled her eyes and Will was laughing to when the camera switched over to Chris Rock. And then when he got up on the stage, like, did Jada say something? Did Will look over at Jada? That's the timeline I want to see. I don't need the full blown, like, oh, and here's what happened after the Grammys. No, I don't care, because Diddy pretty much is just blowing smoke, because Tony Rock pretty much confirmed, like, you know, Will and Chris haven't talked to each other or anything, because Diddy said that, you know, oh yeah, I talked to both of them. And I believe that maybe Diddy probably talked to both of them separately, but in regards to like squashing it, no. Like, Diddy, no, stop trying to stay relevant. It's pretty much a situation where there's a lot of opposing sides. I find it interesting because, you know, I think I might have said this to a friend earlier today, or maybe I said it in this video, but I don't remember. what exactly does it mean to protect black women? Because I've spoken with at least 20 to 30 people on this situation, not to mention the comment section on the video I did and the comments on the live stream I did. Damn near every black woman I've spoken to has said, yep, Will did what he was supposed to do. Yep, that's right. And I'm just sitting here like, I feel like there's a difference between, again, protecting your woman or protecting black women who are in danger versus a joke. You know, it just seems like one of those things where I think even Tiffany Haddish, you know, she was like, you know what, you better do something special for your man in bed tonight. You know, yeah, that's right. And I'm thinking, who's cheerleading this? It just seems so dumb. I mean, when you think of it this way, imagine a look. As I don't know what this does for Will's career. Like, if you know he's going to be blackballed, but he's Will Smith. Is there anyone too big to be canceled? But I just feel like it's a situation where, let's say Will got sued for a hell of a lot of money, because it's been stated that Chris, you know, since even though he decided not to file charges, the state of California could in regards to the situation that happened. Imagine if Chris decided, or basically, Will got in legal issues and he got sued for like Jim said, let's say $200 million. Will is around what, $350 million, $400 million. That's his net worth, I think. Basically, a bulk of that money is gone. For what? For what? Defending a woman who doesn't really respect you? Come on now. For what? You can't take it back. And like Jim said, the video is going to be there forever. It's like the memes, the GIF, the parodies, the videos. It's not going away. Let's be completely real. I could definitely see that photo of Chris getting slapped by Will in the history book. Yeah, I could see it in the history book. Like, you know, because there are more and more classes about, you know, like pop culture, social media, and colleges and schools now as electives. So that's not going anywhere. It really isn't. I feel like it's going to be remembered as much as I forgot her name, but the actress that portrayed you know, the first black person or black woman to win like an Academy Award for Gone with the Wind. Essentially, it's going to be as remembered as much as that, if not more. I mean, heck, I remember hearing that Samuel L. Jackson got his first Oscar win presented by Denzel Washington, and apparently that wasn't even televised. Good Lord. So, yeah. But I think Wanda Sykes said something on the Ellen Show about how when she saw Chris at a different after party, you know, obviously him and Will didn't go to the same one. When she walked up to him, the first thing he said, he apologized because, you know, the fact that you and Amy and Regina were doing such a great job hosting, and it's sad that the only thing people are going to talk about is me getting slapped. And she's like, and that's just the kind of guy Chris is because he's a sweet guy. And that's the thing, though, because Will slapped him because of the joke. And yet there's this clip from the 1991 Arsenio Hall show where Will is making fun of a bald guy. And then at the same time, he ends it by saying, oh, these are just jokes. And then Jada put out the video about the whole situation of, hey, you know what? Make jokes. Say what you will about my head. I don't care. And look what happened on Sunday night. But I know for me personally, I think that there needs to be consequences. I know people like to bring up, well, if you take his Oscar away, what about all those other, people in the industry, those white people, you know, sex offenders and everything like that. I'm not saying punishment needs to be dealt out to everyone. Or I'm not saying punishment doesn't need to be dealt out to anyone, just signifying Will Smith. It isn't because he's a black man, in my opinion. I think it's just wrong in general for somebody to go up and slap someone. And I wouldn't put Will slapping Chris in the same category as, like, you know, sexual offender. It's just the fact that we saw this shit happen in real time. This wasn't an allegations thing where somebody like, you know what, 10 years ago, so-and-so took me into an office. No, we saw this happen in real time, and there should be real consequences. I'm not saying he needs to be locked up or anything, but I feel like you just can't get up, assault someone in front of millions of people, and he didn't get away with it. Hell, let's be real. Probably billions at this point. Over 1 billion people have seen it. If they didn't see it live, they've seen the clip somehow, some way. It's just, you can't do that. That's all I'm saying. So, with that being said, yeah, I don't think I'll talk about this subject again until the Red Table Talk eventually comes out. And I know Chris Rock, you know, his comedy special, his comedy tour, he's on the first night in Boston, I think. He is, you know, there's been an audio and a full clip of him on stage. Like, look, I know people want me, you know, probably came here thinking I have like a crap ton of jokes to talk about, but I'm still processing what happened. I'll talk about it, but just not right now. Because think about it this way. The tour he had with Kevin Hart, his own solo tour, this was already in motion before the slap. You know, so he already had a set worked out for, you know, his jokes and content and whatnot. So he wouldn't scrap it all just for this slap. And I mean, the saga's still going. It seems like it's too soon. I mean, sure, he could talk about his initial thoughts and whatnot, but you know what, until things truly unfold, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But I just wish him the best. I think he said somewhere that, you know, he's focusing on his current tour. He's just trying to move on from it. And to be honest, that's really all you can do. And like what Jim Carrey said, he probably didn't sue because he didn't want the hassle. I mean, literally, he's getting ready. Well, he was in the midst of getting his tour started and whatnot. So, you know, going in and out of court, filing reports, that would have just taken away from that. So, I don't know. But let me know your thoughts below. Do you think Will was justified? What do you think the consequences, if any? What do you think it'll be? But yeah, let's go from there. So thanks so much for tuning in. Hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Hit subscribe and hit the bell icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post content on the channel.